Hey guys, it's SailorDrew, and today we're taking a look at the Let's Hanami and Dawn Front events in Love Nikki. There's also a limited time boutique available, which I'll cover, so stick around for that. First up, because I can get it out of the way in no time at all, Let's Hanami. I'm afraid if we do Dawn Front first, it'll fry everyone's brains because dear God. So the Let's Hanami is a journey drop event. Play any journey stage to be awarded 1 to 3 petals, the event currency. Reaching certain amounts of petals will allow you to start claiming goodies and pieces of the 2 suits. Let's take a look at the math. We need 1800 petals for the Spring Sakura suit and 3800 for the Sakura Mochi Rabbit suit. Since this is a milestone type of event where everything is in a predetermined order, we can't pick and choose which items we want. To get Sakura Mochi, you have to complete the Spring Sakura set first. Depending on your luck and drop rates, you're looking at spending between 3,600 and 4,000 stamina for Spring Sakura. For Sakura Mochi Rabbit, which again is going to be the total cost for both suits, expect to spend between 7,600 and 8,400 stamina. These numbers are only if you're running maiden stages, but it's a double drop weekend, which I'm beginning to realize does actually affect the journey drop currencies. Or at least it seems that way to me. I was clocking in about a 1.99 drop rate for those 2 chapters, so it's something that might be worth checking out. Plus, I'm farming for Grice, so it kind of helped out with that. If you're thinking that you can't swing the steep price tag for this event, here are the return costs for these suits. If you're wondering if it's worth it, here are the highest scoring items. Not only that, but we're getting a sizable chunk of the good stuff by completing this event. Now, this event is 8 days long as it ends on the 31st, so you'll have quite a bit of time to do some aggressive stamina farming for it. I've got a detailed guide on how to do so, which I'll throw a link in the description down below. Additionally, here are some best practices when it comes to stamina events like this. Play only maiden levels. Log in for all stamina times, which will give you an extra 780 stamina. Use your stamina throughout the day so it never sits at full and doesn't refill, effectively wasting stamina. And vote regularly in the competition and Starry Corridor. If you're curious as to the validity of those tips or how effective they can be sure to check out the aforementioned video because I've got the math breakdown in there. One last thing about this event is that you're probably wondering why is it so expensive? Well, this event is actually supposed to be a ranked event. Since the American server protested heartily against these events, we get everything except for the ranked suit and the background. So yes, this is a hell event, despite these suits being sweet as punch and cute as pie. If you're curious as to the controversy behind ranked events, I'll link that video in the description as well. And that's basically it for the Let's Hanami, so let's move on to Dawn Front. But first, I feel like we need some better music. Okay, that's better. So let's do this. Alright, so this is a new type of event for us on the American server. Not only that, but there is a ton to look at. First thing to know about Dawn Front is that this is a serial event, meaning that it will continue to come back to our server. Each time it does, it'll bring new suits to the game, as well as the old ones we had in previous event occurrences. For starters, we have these 2 gorgeous suits, Snow Wolf and Peacock Pavane. Winter is coming. But there's some red text here that I want to address, but I'm going to try and explain this event in an order that hopefully won't confuse you guys further, so we'll come back to the ominous red text in a bit. This event is 11 days long, and depending on what day of the event it is, depends on what we can do and what features are fully available to us. Take for instance, day 1. We can't do anything yet. Wait, what? Are you serious? Okay, well, so let's dispense with the intense music and settle in a bit. Day 1, we can only click buttons and wistfully dream of making all of our Jon Snow, Nikki mashups a reality. So let's go ahead and do that and see what buttons do. War info will show you the details of the battles going on for these two factions. Dawnwings, the good guys, are here on the left, while the Night Order, the bad guys, are here on the right. So sad. Lovers torn asunder. But I guess war will do that. But factions are important because if yours is winning, you'll be awarded more feats, the unevolved event currency. Each captain's wins will be counted here and totaled up at the top. You can also review the story down here or check out the war map if you're into lore. Speaking of lore, let's look at the captains in the My Faction area. Starting tomorrow, you'll be able to select which captain you'll fight for and start making diamond purchases of 20 diamonds for military merit, which helps with battles, and peak tokens. We won't be able to collect any rewards yet because the battles don't start until day 4 though. Purchasing military supplies will also give you your first diamond reward. Yeah, there are achievements that will award you diamonds. So that makes strategy of your chosen captain even more so important. You get to choose whoever you want, of course, whether you decide to fight for the side of truth and justice, the Dawnwings, or go with Night Order, aka Team Bishonen. I mean, seriously, look at them. Like, it's crazy. But the official group did a poll, and there is a thirst for this guy. The numbers are changing a little over time as people see the poll and participate, but based on how things are ranked right now, here are the winners of each side of the aisle. But remember that war info button? It shows that there's a team of 2 versus 2. Kimmy and Orlando against Reed and Shade, the Team Thirst guy. Kimmy's popularity isn't too bad off, but since she's paired with Orlando, it offsets her chances of winning a bit more. Just basing off what the poll shows and comments across different social media platforms, here are your best bets for winning captains. Which stinks because I'm on Team Thirst for the other guy and would love to vote for Louis, but as we've never really met him before in the game, he's probably not going to be super popular. The same goes for a lot of the other characters too, I suppose, but and this, again, is just based off of that poll, which might not be entirely too accurate, as they set it up to allow people to place multiple votes, which they did. Plus, even though a captain might have a lot of supporters, that doesn't mean those players will dress accordingly or spend as many diamonds as your faction's captain. So don't lose heart. Despite that, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like, do I pledge my allegiance with my heart or my brain? Either way, I'm sticking to Dawnwings because F this guy. So after you've enlisted your services to your faction of choice, a decision most likely made with your lustful desires, then go ahead to the next section, which is Go Style. Despite having chosen a captain that will participate in a specific city's battle, you're still going to dress up for all 3 themes. The reason being is that we can choose to support different captains for battles. If you stay within the same faction, you'll be able to do so without penalty. If you defect to the other side, it'll knock your military rankings back to square 0. So make sure you're really ready to do so. There's even an achievement for being a turncoat. Personally, I think I'll probably start out supporting someone like Shade, then jump over to the Dawnwings and finish up the event supporting them until the end. Depending on what your strongest clothes are will play into the strategy of who you're going to support, so let's take a look at that. Kimmy, Orlando, Reed, and Shade will be at the battle for La Salle City. Those attributes are, in order of importance, elegance, simple, mature, sexy, and cool with the evening gown tag. The battle at Icedale will be fought by Louis and Nidhogg. Those attributes are gorgeous, mature, sexy, elegance, and warm with the swordsman and winter tags. Last but not least, base number 7. The attributes are gorgeous, elegance, mature, sexy, and cool with European and evening gown tags. We're playing against one another, so be sure to put out the highest scoring items you have for whatever battle you're taking a part of. Think dumpster fire. Don't forget to equip your skills at this point too. You'll want skills that'll boost your score but damages your opponents. Avoid things like skill bounces because you won't be behind the wheel during these battles, so to say. I'm going to repeat this step. Be sure to dress up and set your suits and skills, because if you don't, the game will use your avatar with no skills equipped, and the battlefield is no place for a schoolgirl. Day 4, the war kicks off as the battles begin. They'll be automatically played out once an hour for a 12-hour window. Just don't forget to log in occasionally to support your teams and make your military purchasing contributions. At this point, we'll be able to start collecting the rewards too. We'll be awarded feats depending on if we lose or win. Feats can be used to purchase gold, stamina, or association coins, which that last bit might seem a bit obscure, but they might come in handy as there will be new suits in the association store sometime soon. You can take a look at them and kind of prepare yourself for when they'll actually become available. My only issue here is that it doesn't tell us how much of each of these we get upon purchase, just that they cost 1,000 peaks. The only thing that I'm certain of is that 1,000 feats can be exchanged for 1 peak token. Seems expensive, but you definitely want tokens as these are what we're going to use to purchase the suits. So let's talk about that red text. This isn't as scary as it seems, and it does seem to be causing a bit of confusion. A lot of people are saying that you can only get the suit of the faction that you're affiliated with, and that's simply not true. All the red text is saying is that during this event, the suit costs have a 10% discount applied. When the Dawnfront event comes back with the new suits and the old ones, those suits will be the discounted ones instead. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. You can buy both suits regardless of your faction. Choose Captain Thirst, you get both suits. Fight for this captain set over here because, have you seen him in his bomber jacket? Hello! But you can purchase pieces from Snowwolf and Peacock Pavane. Align yourself with the Demon Doctor of Clinic 666 or his highly unpopular lover, Orlando. It doesn't matter. You get to purchase both suits. Both suits. Math time. Both suits cost the same amount of peak tokens, so there shouldn't be any buyer's remorse for you. Either suit costs 73 peak tokens, and since the feats, which are used to convert into tokens, are rewarded based on if you win or lose your battles, you might have to supplement your tokens with the military support purchases of 20 diamonds. Worst case scenario, which unless you didn't participate in any of the pre-war preparations and setup at all, one suit will cost you 1,460 diamonds if you have to purchase every single token. For both suits, you will need 146 peak tokens, which will run you, and again, at the impossible worst case scenario, 2,920 diamonds. This is a relatively cheap event, which is nice. I imagine that the actual costs are probably closer to 1,000 diamonds, just depending on how well your battles go, how your faction does, and if you rush your purchases or wait towards the end of the event. If you don't do so hot and want to make your purchases a bit more judiciously, here are the top scoring items for both suits. Beyond that, feel free to save any leftover currency. All your feats and tokens will be kept and roll over to be used the next time the event comes. Now, that was a lot of information I threw your way, so let's do a speed round of defects. Dawnfront ends on September 3rd, so it's 11 days long. It's a serial event, so it will come back with the new suits and the old, like the happiness events do. You can purchase either suit regardless of which faction you choose. Social media indicates that these are the strongest captains on both sides. Even if you choose the losing faction, this event won't be too time and heavy, so rest easy. Don't forget to keep track of your chiefs. Day 1, we do nothing. Day 2 through 4, choose your faction captain and save your outfits for all 3 themes. You can start purchasing military supplies. Day 4, battles will automatically play out once an hour for 12 hours. You can start collecting rewards for battles. And that's it for Dawnfront. So quickly, let's take a look at the time-limited boutique as promised. Here are the highest scoring items for each of these suits. All but Intern Maiko was available once before for purchase, so I imagine that those 3 suits will be available as craftables and store purchases the next time they come back. And that's everything, guys. I hope I was able to explain this thoroughly and answer any questions you might have had. I did quite a bit of research on this one, and every source I looked at seemed to only have one piece of the puzzle for me, not the entire picture. Even the rules in the game, you can find them in 2 different locations, and they are written out in 2 different ways, so it's crazy confusing. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are about this event, and if you're excited to kind of see how the battles play out, because I know I am. Also, I want to know which captain you choose. As always, the written guide is up in Love Nikki Zen Garden and in the official Love Nikki Facebook page under JC's event tab. Those will have everything broken down for you, as well as a more beginner-friendly option for the battle outfits. Please fortify this channel by hitting that like button, share it to your Love Nikki group or Reddit, and if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be alerted when I post new content or go live, which I'll probably be doing a live stream of this event in a few days' time on day 4, just so we can kind of see how everything goes, answer any questions that you guys ask me on Facebook, in the live chat, or on Discord. But yeah, being part of the notification squad will help you get there early. But yeah, I'll also post it to my calendar too. Link is in the video description below. Quick shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for helping support this channel, and you guys totally helped me out with getting my computer fixed and returned to me my baby, and it's so much better now. It's great. But until next time, take care, guys.